Welcome to Season 2 of Solopreneur Success Strategies. This is Jane Gardner, and we are going to be talking about home business startup. And we're going to be talking about starting, running, and growing your own home business, whether offline or on. Monday is all about mindset, of course. Tuesday is all about starting a home biz. Wednesday is about selling, sales, and your customer. Thursday is going to be about running your home biz, and Friday will be growing your home business. Saturday is all about putting systems in your business, and Sunday is all about strategy. So subscribe to this daily podcast to help you start, run, and grow your home biz. For more information, go to bo8hb.com. Hi, this is Jane Gardner, and today we're going to be talking about your customer again. I know that we've been talking about finding out what your customer really wants rather than figuring out what you think they need. And one of the ways that you can do it, of course, is figure out exactly who is your customer. So when you're starting up a business and you want to be able to figure out who are your customers, there are some things that you have to do in order to figure out how to do that. So one of the things that we have to think about is that, of course, everyone is not our customer. No matter what we sell, there's always going to be people who don't want it. So you have to ask yourself, who are your customers? There's 3.7 billion people in the world who are on the internet. So there's certainly enough people out there that you can find out who your customer is. So in order to find out who your customer is, you need to be able to understand what the current market trends are now for the internet, as well as in selling and in marketing and networking and all that kind of stuff, because it's changing so quickly now that a lot of it is very mobile phone based now. The customer selling is changing. Customers are deciding how to buy through their phone. And obviously you have to market through your social media on your phone and all that kind of thing. But at the same time, you also have to know who your customer is on an individual level. So what you have to do is you need to use every opportunity available to understand your existing or your potential new customers. And so there are certain things that you can do, research and such, that you can do in order to understand who your customer is. So the first step is, of course, we discussed that before, is figuring out what exactly your product or service, what it fulfills in terms of their needs or wants. What is your result, as I mentioned before, that fulfills, makes a solution to a problem? So we've already done that step. We've decided, okay, this is the solution to the problem. And then what are the features of your product or service? We discussed that as well as being important to know, but to be more important is to know what is the benefit of that feature. So who really wants that benefit as a solution to their problem? That would be the most important question, is who really wants that benefit as a solution to their problem? You may find that when you do your research that you will find that there's actually another market other than what you thought there was for your solution. Example of an aging cream. When we look at a wrinkle cream, we look at the features. Let's say it has a unique benefit of having aloe and cinnamon and nutmeg or something in the cream, and that's what makes it unique from other wrinkle creams. And obviously you have to figure out what the benefit is of the aloe and cinnamon and what nutmeg was it in the cream. So you have to ask yourself, well, what's the benefit of that feature? And then maybe you added on a feature of monthly delivery. And then you ask yourself, well, of course, the benefit to that is that will save them time. And a 30-day trial is a feature for them to try out the wrinkle cream. And of course, the benefit is that it's refundable if they don't feel that it is keeping the wrinkles away in 30 days. Another feature is that it stays on for 24 hours, which is a benefit, is that you can use it, you only need to use it once a day. So a very busy person can just put it on in the morning and not have to worry about it for the rest of the day. So when you ask yourself, who really wants this? What is the demographics of your audience? I.e., what is the age, the sex, and the income and such of your audience? You could ask, what is the geographics of your audience? Is there more need for wrinkle cream in the southern states versus up north in the Northwest Territories? Or maybe there is more of a need for this type of wrinkle cream up in the Northwest Territories in the north because of the dry winter, amazingly cold, and it would help to keep the skin moist. So you really have to figure out your features and your benefits for your wrinkle cream. And then you have to ask yourself, well, what is the psychographics of your audience? So the psychographics is basically what is the needs and wants, the personality, the attitudes, the hobbies, the values, the culture of your audience. And you need to be able to research that, of course. And where are they purchasing? Where do you think they're going to be buying? And what is their strategy when they're buying? What are they looking for? And what are they using currently? So psychographics, if you don't know, is basically based on looking at the interests of your prospects, which helps you position and create the right marketing message for them. You look at the opinions of your prospects, customers, and what your audience opinions may be, your beliefs of the audience that you think you have, and what they believe about success, money, happiness, and other elements of their life. Are they willing to pay $300,000 for a very fancy car, or it makes no difference to them? What are the values of your audience, and what is their broad preference concerning appropriate outcomes for things? Is it really having your wrinkles go away such a high priority for your audience or not? And what is the goals of your audience? What do they want to achieve? For example, are they a bargain hunter looking for the best price, or are they oriented towards brand recognition? And what is the attitudes of your audience? An attitude is either positive or negative evaluation of people, events, activities, or ideas. Do they follow celebrities? Do they not interested in celebrities? Are they going to be interested in whether or not someone has a certain car or a certain house when you're using it in your marketing? You also look at the purchasing motives for your audience, potential customers. Are they motivated by a fear of loss or a pride and prestige? And maybe they are really concerned enough about their wrinkles as they age that they would want to be willing to spend a lot of money? Or are they more concerned about saving money and avoiding pain? And do they want to feel comforted and connected to the rest of the audience? What are the personal characteristics of your audience? It can play a role in creating your profile for your customers. And activities. What do your prospects do? What are their hobbies? What are their traveling habits, working habits? What do they like to do for fun? Where are they hanging out? And also what their social class is. Where does your customer prospect fall on the socio-economic scale? Are they a professional? Are they educated? Or are they a manual worker? These all can affect how you pursue them as an audience. So this is a lot of research to do, but it's very important to know who is your customer and what do they really want. And if you take anything away from your message today, ask yourself, who are your customers? Your customers are those who want your solution to their problems, or they want your solution to fulfill their desire. Whether they want a wrinkle cream to keep their wrinkles away so that they can have a great prestige in terms of looking not their age, Or do they just want a wrinkle cream because it's painful to have wrinkles in terms of their self-esteem? These are all of the things that you have to think about when you're working with your product or service to decide what your customer really wants and whether or not you can provide them with a solution to their problem or fulfill their desire. So these are some of the ideas for looking at who is your customer and what kind of things you should think about when looking at your customer. And I think I spoke briefly on some of the places to research, but we can go have a look again another day at where they hang out, where you can find information about them, where you can find out more research on wrinkle cream, for example. So we may use that as a sample next time. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Well, I hope that will give you some ideas to implement in your own business. And if you want more, go to boahb.com and subscribe.